Alrighty! Welcome to the next game. Oh, that welcome didn't sound well, so... Alrighty! Welcome to the next game. Playing the... well... playing the... What color is... Playing the what color is... playing the what color is this? Terran, AudemarsPiguet, playing the white, Protoss, SouL aCe. Okay, I think this is the mustard yellow color. Playing the ketchup, Terran, playing the mustard. So, right, aCe is opening up a mid build and scouts this base first, of course, because yeah, when you are going for Germany, when you're, I mean, you will understand that, yeah, but he won't answer because he's busy. So when Protoss player goes on with a mid build, it's just advisable to scout the middle bases first, you know, because it takes less time to enter and leave with the probes. So it just takes a bit lesser time to scout and find the opponent faster. But usually when the first two bases are empty and you didn't find anything there, or rather anyone there, then it's advisable to send another probe. And it's also advisable to send another probe if the enemy is there, because then you can use the probes to fight drones who want to build creeps. But yeah, two probes always better than nothing. I mean, it's always it's always better than one. It just takes scouting time less, and it's always important to find your enemy fast if you go on with a mid build. Because then you can find out whether it's a good idea to make a cannon rush, for example, or just use zealots and add more gateways in the middle and so on. But it's always advisable to send at least one probe to attack. It just helps out with the damage, and of course it can be used to make cannons, like SouL aCe will do it right now. Because usually mid build against Terran using only zealots is not that effective, so marines can be microed, and that's why cannons are badly needed, just to be able to finish the game, because yeah, marines can be microed correctly, but if there are many zealots, like in this case, then they can cause some trouble as well. So a mid build, the cannon push is very hard to stop. You need to have a really good micro and really good bunker placement and so on. And well, this is the other option. What I wanted to say, you have to have quick gas and quick factory. And Audemars just has that, so he started the game with an early gas. He is already building the factory. So this is looking good for him, but he will need bunkers right here, because once these racks go down, aCe will have an easier time getting to the main, getting to the tank and so on, so the tank needs to be covered. But I must say that Audemars is doing a nice job. He's just microing the marines and using this bunker to shoot, and basically he managed to get rid of these cannons that were just being prepared. So yeah, he's doing a nice job, but one cannon is up, so he needs to pay attention with the marines. He's really trying to get rid of the cannon. Let's see if he manages to do that. Okay, that cannon went down, and the SCVs are also fighting hard, so yeah, he did a nice job. And quick cybernetics core by aCe. He wants to go with probably DTs. But newer cannons are prepared here by him, so Javi needs to pay attention. He's handing these marines, they are on the hunt for the pylon, which is good for him because once the pylon goes down, then these cannons will become unpowered. So the best follow-up to mid-build is DTs. Because continuing zealots is not that good idea. Of course you need them just to fight and buy some time, but yeah, these should be these zealots basically are used for buying some time. So zealots are now arriving on the upper part of the base of Javi, and they are on the hunt for the tank, which is microed now. It wasn't really microed at the beginning, but basically he managed to save this. And he's really trying to cannon. But I don't think that will be successful now. So besides zealots, you always have to have something else as a follow-up. DTs are the best option. Or you can try making a choke for yourself. Or you can also contain your enemy, closing him with cannons and then adding extra 2 nexuses. So Audemars is doing a nice job. He started this engineering bay because he also knows that probably DTs will follow. However, it seems that aCe is not going in that direction. He's probably using the Citadel for zealot speed and wants to decide this game using only zealots, but the problem is that I think it won't really work out. Okay, so tank and the marines are clearing this section of the map, or the base. And he will have a tank here as well, just to finish these cannons too. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this zealots with speed thing. That's well, okay. It can only work out if Javi doesn't add more bunkers and he doesn't cover his tanks. So if Javi covers his tanks with either mass marines or lots of bunkers, then the zealot rush won't work out. And yep, he's absolutely not going for the DT tech. Well, he saw the engineering bay being prepared, so it's a logical thing. So I think he will most probably go for drops after this. Failed attack. So nice defense there by Audemars. He did a nice job. He's adding newer factories, getting bigger and bigger. Neither of the guys have any extra nexuses or command centers. Well, they did not really have the possibility, so they were fighting hard. Both players were really trying to finish. Well, aCe wanted to finish the game early on, so that's what he was fighting for, or well, striving for. And Javi was striving for surviving, so yeah, he wanted to survive this, so that's what he was fighting for very hard. And it paid off, so he managed to live through this attack. Actually, it's very hard to stop a mid-build cannon rush. So Speed is ready for the zealots. He's sending them really to the corner of the base of Javi, and most probably he wants to flood inside and try to kill these units, and then after that go for the SCVs. And 1 DT is joining this attack. Turret is available at the correct places. So DT arrived, and basically he managed to kill at least 1 marine, but this way he was exposed basically. And Yeah, so the tanks were in range. What he can try is sending those Templars right here, and then send the Zealots first, and then after the Templars. And while the tanks are shooting the Zealots, the Templars might try storming the SCVs. But this won't really be a possibility for him because this factory here provides the vision for aCe. So the Templars won't really be a surprise anymore, but he can use these storms on the Marines, of course, and the tanks. So this attack didn't really work out, and well, aCe is in a bit of a trouble now. Audemars has an extra CC, he's getting bigger and bigger, and aCe doesn't have an extra Nexus. No upgrades yet for him, and no upgrades for the Terran player as well. Die! Go die! Bunker was in the way, but right now it's cleared. And the guy stopped there, so... Why did you clear it then, man? They don't do anything. So, this Zealot is now scouting, and couldn't really get much information, but anyway, it's fine. So most probably he suspects what Javi is doing, getting factories, getting lots of units. As he is under him, in the long term, in the long run, he can also consider going for BCs or some raids to snipe the main of aCe. So drops are prepared, shuttles are now joining here, and most probably, well, they won't have an escorting Corsair anytime soon because this target is just finishing now. And without the Corsairs he won't have the possibility to fly inside with those shuttles. So most probably he will wait the Corsairs anyway. He can still add more shuttles just to be more effective with the drop. He can just add more Zealots to the drop as well. And Javi is slowly building up lots of tanks. No upgrades yet. No upgrades yet for Protoss as well. So yeah, more shuttles. They are filled with more units. Corsair on the way. But soon Audemars will move out as he is maxed. So this attack might disturb... okay, never mind, he started the drop. Didn't wait for the Corsair. Or maybe he did, I just didn't pay attention to that, but this drop is working fine now. Oh my god, perfect drop, so lots of SCs died and only a few left on the gas. But this is not really a problem for Audemars because he has money. He has an extra command center, so he can get back workers quite fast. He has the economy for that, and this defense will be enough to repel this attack. Alright, newer drop is now escorted by 2 Corsairs, and the shuttle gets inside. SCVs are not really pulled. Templar is unloaded and the storm is off. Oh my god, that's a nice storm there. So managed to kill 16 SCVs, basically all of them. So what Javi has to do now is stay in his base, stay calm, don't go anywhere, get some choke, and get back workers, and maybe a bit. So he should just get a bit better drop defense. A few more tanks and the bunkers right here. So aCe is now sending newer units here to help out this goon destroying the wrecks, which provided vision for Audemars. So yeah, it's always advisable to clear the surrounding bases if you want to drop. Well, in effect, the effective drop defense with Terran is laying mines all over the place because they are not visible, of course. And as a Zerg, you can just borrow units around your base. I mean, in the next base, in the base next to you. So a bigger drop is prepared. Most probably he will attack first, make some storms, and then once the attack is started, he will send the drops. So attack is started, also the drop is sent. But Javi is paying attention, he's sending up the Marines, dodges with the SCVs, and the drop is now not really successful as he managed to escape with the SCVs, but he is sending a few Templars. But they don't really survive this secret move because the tanks and the vultures hunted them down. So SCVs are pulled back. Would be nice if these shuttles just contained one Templar, but most probably they don't. So, oh my god, this section is so empty. Doesn't really have any defense here, just a few units. Alright, seems he is dedicated. I mean, seems he's really using this section of the map to go on with drops. He doesn't want to come from this obvious direction. But after a time this will be predictable for Javi. Templars are unloaded, storm is off, and all the SCVs almost died. Well, okay, all the SCVs died, maybe just one left, or two. So, drops are really saving aCe. I must say that Javi was in the lead. He was maxed out when aCe only had 150 supply, but thanks to the drops, now he's ahead basically. But Javi still has a nice army because he was maxed out. And well, this grand army is enough for now, so he won't really die. He just still needs to survive and get back SCVs. Storm is off and it kills all drones. So yep, he's really doing a nice job. He's constantly dropping, so Audemars cannot really relax and lay back because aCe is just simply sending newer drops every second minute in the game. So a newer drop is now coming, but this vessel doesn't have energy for EMP, and the SCVs are not pulled as well just now. And beautifully done. So basically two Templars do the job for him. One of them storms the fields, mineral field, one of them storms the dodging SCVs, so it's always made sure that the Terran player loses all his economy. So 1-1 upgrade for the Terran player and 2-2 for the Protoss one. Okay, he's waiting now again with the attack. He wants to go with the attack and then drop afterwards. But again, yeah, as you can see, the camera switches. So the camera of Javi immediately switched to this section of the map once the attack started. So he knows already. He knows the drill. Attack comes, drop comes. So he's really prepared now, and he managed to save a few SCVs. But yeah, after a time it becomes very hard for aCe to drop effectively, because what I will do is just now drop totally randomly. Drop from here as well, and drop here as well, without attacking, so he should just do the drop anyway and don't attack. Anyways, yeah, most probably he'll do that now, yeah. So he didn't wait with the attack, he just started the drop anyway. And let's see if he managed to prepare. He did. SCVs are sent, but the storms perfectly placed. Javi is really relying on these tanks. But once aCe is maxed out, then of course he will be able to break the choke and get on top of the tanks. So raids come into play, and well, they are quite good against the drops, but of course Valkyries are the best. Like 6 or 7 Valkyries really kill shuttles fast. So when you drop, Corsairs are sent to the turrets, shuttles get inside, and the raids are on the hunt for the shuttles. And well, the storm was effective again. He even had some energy for the raids. So he is really poor now. He really doesn't have. He cannot really afford anything. He barely can make SCVs now, so it's very hard after a time. So when you are dropped so much, it becomes hard. And basically, you might ask why White is not winning already, why he's not attacking, and so on. So even though he's broke, he still had a great army from the beginning of the game, and as a Protoss player, it's very hard to win the game against tanks with ground units. So zealots and goons are basically useless against tanks. You need to have arbiters, some carriers, and storms with you. So that's why what aCe does is he doesn't want to win the game breaking inside. He wants to finish the game by dropping. So he wants to basically get rid of the main, and that's how he wants to finish this game. Alright, but this time the raids are prepared. He's just coming now, and he's turning back. So nice reaction there by both of them. And he immediately turned back. So yeah, alright. Alright, and the raids are now joining the attack. He's trying to catch. He caught only one shuttle, so the rest of them got back and managed to storm. That's it. GG.